Shabbat Shalom. This is GmsLouisianasaints, the New Orleans camp, with another live camp. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakudash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and salutations to you sincere Hakim out there, pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May your brothers endure until the end. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're just going to get straight into it. Just before camp, brothers were saying, the times we're coming into now are some of the last camps before the fame of the word hits, and it's going to be Jacob's trouble out here. And I remember down when we were in Atlanta, the elder brother down in Atlanta really made that point about we're really coming into the final camps right now. We're soon enough, we're no longer going to be on the highways and byways preaching this word, and neither are our video epistles going to be online. And two-thirds of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out here, are going to have to take everything that's coming your way during Jacob's trouble. And as we can clearly see, it's much well-deserved. You two-thirds really have no more use on the face of the earth. You really are, as these elites say, useless eaters. What do? You commit adultery, you uphold so-called black and thug culture. Everything that's worthless in society, you uphold. So the only thing left is to get put to death.
This is Ezekiel 33 and 30. It says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls, and in the doors of the houses. Speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from the Lord. It says, and they come unto thee as the people coming, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. But their mouths, it says, for with their mouths they show much love, but their hearts go after their covetousness.
That's the majority of you Jakes out here. Two-thirds is your namesake. Here you have the men of the Lord, beginning with our apostle elders who have been on YouTube since 2007, going on to 2021. So more than 10 years. And then what have you seen? You've seen brothers wake up all across the planet preaching the same thing, preaching the messages of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. But still, the majority of you, what do? As I said, you come and lean up, whether physically in front of us, or you come and lean up on your computer keyboard, listening to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and not doing it. You're either a scoffer, saying that we're not the true men of the Lord, that we're not Israel, and that this society is going to keep going on, or you'll say things like Shalom family, or talk about, oh, I've been knowing about the truth for such and such time, but you aren't putting any work behind it. You aren't putting any effort behind it. Hey, the time is coming when not only is that fame of the word going to hit, but that judgment for your indolence and your slothfulness is going to hit. And you know what? Nobody's going to care. The men of the Lord aren't going to care, and especially Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not going to care. Keep going on.
It says, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, but they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet has been among them.
That's the main point, Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, and lo, it will come. And what's that thing that's going to come to pass? These different prophecies out here. These plagues, the pestilences, the famines, the race wars, martial law, you name it. When these things come to pass, you're going to have no cloak for your maliciousness in that day, because the men of the Lord have been diligently out here preaching this word. But the majority of you didn't take heed and just went about your daily lives. And you're going to know a prophet has been among you when these judgments are cleaving unto you, like the curses have been cleaving unto you. But the main thing we're coming into is that famine of the word. As you can clearly see, all these different little agendas and procedures are getting set up to take this word off the internet. Recently, you had the Biden administration talking about how they were targeting Facebook for not quelling so-called medical misinformation dealing with the situation. And then Jen Psaki, who's like one of the spokespersons for the Biden administration, said, why stop at Facebook? Why not just get rid of all the other platforms? You know exactly what that means. Hitting everywhere where this truth could possibly be found. And not just that, but get the men of the Lord off the highways and byways. With that, we can see that they're setting up that domestic terrorism agenda to come against us. Because what did it start off with? It so-called white supremacists storming the Capitol. And now what do you see? You had that whole situation up in, I believe, Michigan with the Moors wearing the bulletproof vests and the guns, having pictures of them with beards and Bibles and the Star of David on the flag. The list goes on and on. So not only is the word going to be taken off the internet, but the men of the Lord are going to be off the highways and byways, as it clearly says in Amos chapter 8.
This is Amos chapter 8. You want to start at 11?
Kind of read down to verse 13.
It says, behold, this day is come, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua the power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Don't get that misconstrued. There will be a famine of food and water out here, which we can already clearly see. But ultimately, that famine of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the famine of the word, where again, we're no longer going to be out here on the highways and byways, and this word is no longer going to be on the internet. Keep going on.
And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and shall not find it.
Finish off in verse 13 now.
In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst.
Talking about 2/3 of the nation of Israel who spent this time of liberty when they could have gotten the word, hey, as it said back in Ezekiel 33, leaning against the walls and the posts and hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, but not doing them. That time's going to come where it's just going to be a complete drought of the word out here, and you're going to have to take whatever judgment's coming your way, and it's not going to be pretty, because this is the final reincarnation before the kingdom of heaven. So the judgment's going to be worse this time. The worse this time, as it says, this is going to be worse than any other time in history. Even worse than the days of Noah, worse than 70 AD, the transatlantic slave trade, the Reconstruction era, you name it. As it further says in Daniel chapter 12, even the archangel Michael is going to have to get involved on our behalf in that day. And to the sincere Akim out there, I know you as well as myself and these brothers here, we don't want any part of that smoke that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is bringing. That is why we are diligently standing upon our watch as long as we can, making our calling and election sure to get that mark or that dawah of exemption. Because once the Most High lets loose with those death angels, it's going to be, as the elder brother says, hell to tell the captain.
Let me bring something out. This Amos 8, we're going to what the brother saying, all hell gonna break loose in the earth. This Amos 8 and 9, and it shall come to pass in that day. The day that he's talking about is the day of evil when you go to Proverbs 16 and 4, which the brother is talking about the same thing. It says, say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in clear day.
Hey, that's that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding being taken away. Just as your teachers were no longer hidden in a corner and brought out before you, and your teachers are about to go back into a corner, back into darkness to where this word is no longer going to be heard anymore.
That's literal too, though. Because he said, I'm going to darken the earth in clear day, man. All right? It's from smoke to lights being put out, EMPs. All right? The Lord going to darken this place. When you look around, it's lit. It's lit with lights. Like, you know, it's lit up. All right? But when Harry coming like during Katrina, all these lights and shit was off, man. All right? People was groping in the nighttime, man. You could feel how heavy the night was, man. Even they speak about that in Wisdom of Solomon as well in 17, man. About that night being dark, man. Well, it's twofold is what I add to the brother. All right, and this wisdom and knowledge too, go ahead.
People dread the nighttime.
Yeah, they dread the nighttime. They fear the night.
That's when anything is
You're right. And when the Lord have taken the light from the earth, then what you gonna do?
This is Isaiah 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. God, this is Isaiah 26, verse 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
My people ain't talking about the whole house of Israel. It's only for the 1/3 elect that's going to enter into the Lord's chamber. The days of Noah is going to come upon us again. Well, only a certain select and few are going to enter into the chambers, which is the chariots of the Lord, get the hell out of escaping this coming destruction, man. All right? So this what this whole scamdemic is all about. They're gonna bring forth martial law, man. All right? And ultimately, the ushering in the chip is here. These elite bankers got you damn Americans bamboozled, man. You trusting nothing but white coats, celebrities, and politicians, man. All right? And they're fucking you to the nutsack, man. I mean, yes, I said it. To the goddamn nutsack, man. You got a bunch of Americans ain't nothing but a bunch of goddamn dummies, man. The 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you right up in there. Anything that these so-called these Edomites tell you, you believe this shit, man. But their prime objective is to kill your ass, man. Why would you trust a motherfucker that has been lynching, burning, killing you every day long? It's a scheme experiment. They just playing with your life, dude. Our grandfathers and uncles and shit, they playing with your life back in the day. Now you gonna come back and give them a chance again? Yeah. With some bullshit? Come on, man. That's why we don't feel bad for you when you drop dead, man. For taking that shit. All right? That's why these elite. Hey, man, when they shut this motherfucker down, that's it. You might as well go get your drinking home, get your coke, snort a couple lines, pop some pills, have a ball, because once it's it, this is it, man. Like Michael Jackson said, I think he did the last twist like this. He said, this is it. That's it, man. That is fucking it, man. That goes for all you people over here, man. These Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, these DuPonts, Gettys, their agenda is in George Soros. They want to kill your ass, man. All right? I want, and a lot of you Americans, when you start bucking up to what's going to come down the pipe, they got a place for you. This is what a lot of you people going to be ended up in, man. Over 1,000 FEMA camps spread out throughout America, man, as we speak. Locked and furnished, all right, to bring torment and torture to you Americans, man. All right? Because you believe the scandemic, man.
Excuse me, sir.
What's going on?
It ain't the white people, man. It's the goddamn government.
It's them too.
The government. The white people are fucking scared. The white people are scared. The black people are standing up and rising. And that's why I don't like the fucking white people, because I'm whiter than all of them. But I trusted the Lord. I was in the penitentiary. The white man put me in the fucking penitentiary. I killed a man. Those are murder votes, man. This ain't no German bullshit. This ain't no swastika. I killed a man. I didn't mean to. He attacked me.
You part of the Klan?
He attacked me and I hit him.
Huh?
I just hit him once. Fuck no, bro.
You part of the Klan?
Fuck no.
Klan uses SS too.
No, well, that don't fucking apply to me. Fuck that.
White supremacists, them spring boys.
My great, back in 1850, I don't know which one it was, he was a slave owner. I didn't know that, man.
Hey, but hey,
I didn't fucking know him, bro.
Get it for him. 14, Isaiah 42. But I'm going to say this.
Isaiah 41:10.
We're going to get one.
We got one for you.
We got one for you, though.
Says,
It doesn't matter,
We
though.
don't want to hear all that.
Hey,
We don't
hey,
want to hear all that.
hey,
We
when
don't
y'all
wanna hear all
was lynching and burning us, beating the shit out
no,
of us.
that wasn't y'all, bro.
But
It
guess
wasn't-
what?
It had
Guess
nothing
what?
to do with me.
It had a lot to do with
It
you.
had nothing to do with
It
me.
had a lot to do with you.
I'm a descendant, but it
Since
had
you got a
nothing to
Bible
do with
verse
me.
on you, we'll see what the scriptures
Tell
have to
me.
say about that.
You see about that, man?
You said your great ancestor was a slave owner. Well, let's see what the scriptures have to say about our forefathers.
I
This
know
is
what they say.
Isaiah
Listen
14.
good, man.
This is Isaiah 14:21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers.
So you got to pay for what your forefathers did as their children. You know what's coming to you?
It ain't coming to me, it's coming to my kids.
It's coming to you and your kids and your generation. What's coming to you is
I'll die before this shit happens.
ultimate slavery. You have to serve slavery under us, man. The Lord told you the last should be first, the first should be last, man. So we the last right now, y'all. Your nation, right along with the so-called Jews, those are your brothers too. Y'all first. So you have to pay for what your forefathers done, man. Just like we had to pay. And guess what? Through reincarnation, you owe your foreparents, man. Through the reincarnation. You've been here before. You was back in the 1830s doing your thing, man. Now you're back as a descendant of your people. You gotta pay.
I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe he was raised in him.
That's Christian bullshit, man.
No,
It's Christian bullshit, man.
no.
The Lord name ain't Jesus. Right? The Lord name ain't Jesus. Yeah. You know that?
That's what I believe.
His name ain't Jesus.
So I don't have to believe what I
This is what you believe in?
What's that?
Maybe I'm gonna make it a little cleaner for you.
I don't know.
That guy, you know that guy right there. Come on, man. You know who that guy
That's
is.
the picture. I don't know
That's
what
just
Jesus.
pictures and every grandparents, every uncle and grandfather there is
That's
in
at my
America.
grandmother's house.
Yeah, come on, that's not play
But
games.
she died.
So that's this Jesus Christ to you, right?
Not in my house.
Well, how your Jesus Christ look?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Come on, man, you playing games, man.
Oh, bro, I'm
I
saying.
got this playing games.
This is Rock 41:5.
Get him.
The children of sinners are abominable children,
That's right.
and they that are conversing in the dwelling of the ungodly.
Now listen closely to verse 6.
The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father.
That's what you just did. My great granddaddy owned a plantation with a bunch of black people on it, and I'm not about that. But as it just read here, your inheritance for a sinner's children shall perish, and your posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. Not only do your forefathers have a perpetual reproach, you have a perpetual reproach, and your children are going to have a perpetual reproach because you're all going to be slaves in the kingdom of heaven under the people on this chart who are the true children of Israel, who consist of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as I said,
And the kingdom of heaven gonna be on earth.
God,
It's like your kingdom, Americans, you Edomites. That's your real nationality. You're an
Satan is
Edomite.
the ruler of the world, bro.
It's just
We're
your
just
people.
in it.
Your people are the rulers of the
All
world.
of our people are in it.
The so-called white man is a physical counterpart of the spiritual
We're
demon
all
Satan.
God's creation. We ain't all God's children.
But we ain't all equal either.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
give me psychology.
Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Man. We it's no equal between the children of Israel and the rest of the
Look at
nation. Man.
Deuteronomy. No, look at Joshua 1:9, please.
No. You pull it up on your Bible. This
I don't have
Deuteronomy.
it.
Well, we're not getting nothing up here. We're just giving. This Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power.
And that word holy means separate. Not
Right.
coming together and having a good time and singing kumbaya.
What you're gonna find out is the one that you call ignorant called God is a great separatist, man. All right? He's all about separation. Just when the Tower of Babel, what he did in the Tower of Babel when everybody tried to come together, he separated, man.
Split them all,
And then on top of that, he rose up a man by the name of Peleg. When you go into the word Peleg means division, man. Yeah. The Lord ain't about people coming together, man. Yeah.
It says, for thou art a holy people to the Lord thy power. Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all the people that are upon the face of the earth.
So whatever you wanted to bring out,
We ain't
Joshua
equal, man.
1 and 9.
You got tatted for nothing, man.
Yeah. Redemption for what?
And that Isaiah's in the Old Testament. Joshua's in the Old Testament, and Deuteronomy 7. Deuteronomy is in the Old Testament.
The Old
And as it
Testament.
says in Malachi, the Most High changes not. He was a
let me
separatist
see,
back then. He's a separatist today, and
Y'all
he's
been
going to be a
speaking. Y'all
separatist
been
for
speaking for
eternity.
400 years, man.
We're South us to speak.
Yeah, we tired of y'all speaking, man.
Nobody wants to hear about Jesus or Christianity or any other bullshit. It says in Isaiah chapter 10 that the remnant shall no longer stay upon them that oppress them. We don't want to hear anything you goddamn white people or Edomites have to say, or you other heathen nations. It's time for all of you to shut up, because according to the Bible, you are subservient beneath us. You are the only reason you came up over above us is because we went off the laws, statutes, and commandments of our power. Other than that, you would have been where you were always created to be, underneath our goddamn feet as slaves.
Just like Willie Lynch and all your foreparents hid this word. Hey, but we back, baby. We're the comeback kids that ever been. God gave us the word back again. We're the comeback kids, man. Remember, that come from your boy, man. What is his name? Finkelstein, man. We're the comeback kids, man.
Because you got to think about this. We was getting blown out.
Oh, yeah.
It was looking real dim. If you never saw a football game, basketball game, it looked like a game over, man.
Y'all
But
had
look at us now.
Y'all had us in the chokehold
Us, these people,
on the
the
side.
so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the chosen children of Israel.
What about the white people?
The white people was blowing us out.
He talking about, hey, give me the son.
Not me.
Hey, what's your nationality? What's your grandfather is?
I'm American.
No. What your grandfather was?
Before they came to America,
Before they came to
This-
America,
They were Irish.
they was Irish.
They were Irish.
Well, you might have a
White people
possibility.
might be dealing with something.
I know you don't. I know you probably don't know, but you know about the Moors.
Who?
The Moors. The Moors of Europe. The Moors were so-called Negroes that converted to Christianity, that converged on what we know today as Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Wales.
That's my last name, Spain.
Right. Yeah, well, you might. I'm gonna say this. There's a possibility that you're a so-called Negro, right? Because guess
I
what?
got soul, baby.
Guess what?
I got soul.
Guess what? It's not a problem.
They say you got it. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
They don't dance like that.
You don't dance like that. One strike. Got one strike on you. And then you got that tattoo right. That's two strikes.
Y'all ever heard that?
But we trying the shit out you
Walk
right now.
dance? Walk, baby, walk, baby. Walk, baby, walk, baby, walk.
I don't know. It's real deal. It's a real deal. I don't know, man. It's a real deal for you, man.
I forget the rest.
I ain't gonna run into you, Slim.
But I got soul, bro. Listen, my two best friends in the world,
Like E.T. with brains, man.
they come
Fuck
from
out of here.
They're twins. They're Keith and
Ugly
Kenny
ass
Williams.
bitch, man. They be the ugliest bitch gonna get there.
Hey, who that was you killed? He was a black man?
White.
Right?
He attacked me, bro. He attacked me.
We off that. We off that. We don't want to hear that no more.
I just hit him
We
one
don't
time.
want to hear that shit. We don't want you to
It wasn't my fault, bro.
Good. Good.
It wasn't my fault, bro.
We don't care about that, man. I just asked you if it's a black man.
When he fell down, he
Yeah,
hit
you
his
gonna say
head.
excuse me, Sean?
He hit his head.
This is second Nezra. This second Nezra, 5 starting at 54. It's no 6 and 54. It says, and after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord.
Go ahead.
Hey, just stay for one more thing. Shoot stopper. Stay for one more thing.
It says, this second Ezra 6 and 54. It says, and after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures.
All right. Before you go about your day, enjoy your Saturday. Just listen to this, shoot stopper.
It says, this is second Ezra 6 and 54. It says, and after these things Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of thy creatures, of him came we all.
Of him came we all. From Adam all the way down to the nations you see today. Hey, the people at the Tower of Babel, you name it. What was it about to say at the very next verse?
It says, and the people also whom thou hast chosen.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6, I shall make thee a holy people separate unto myself, chosen above all the other nations. That's talking about the people on this side, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the children of Israel, as well as the Israelite foreigners, who their lineage goes back to one of the 12 tribes, but they may look like a Hebrew nation. They may look like a so-called white man. They may look like a so-called Asian. You name it. Keep going.
Hey, you on drugs?
It says, all this have I spoken before thee. All this have I spoken before thee.
And on
It says, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake. It says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam,
These other heathen nations out here, you know,
it says, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
it can't get any more plain than that. If you compare the spit, after you take a spit, do you care about it afterwards? A spit is something you get out of your mouth because it's bothering you. So once you get it out, you're in a good mood. That's what you need the nations to compare to as the scriptures. A spit as nothing, while Israel is the chosen people, the chosen seed. But after you get your precept, we're going to get back to the original topic.
Hey, Billy Joe!
The payment of the
Billy
word,
Joe!
and 2/3 of the nation of Israel getting judged for their negligence for not following after the words of Yahweh.
Come on, Billy Joe!
Hey, my name is Billy Jack, man.
Billy Jack.
Billy Joe.
It ain't Billy Joe.
Nope.
Damn, oh,
Billy Jack.
Might be a J, yeah.
you gotta,
All right, so can I say something? I got
No, wait.
I listen to y'all.
No, you gotta listen. This is Rock 17 and 17.
bro.
Keep on doing it. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. But Israel is the Lord's portion.
it speaks for itself. Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Lord's portion. You heathen nations and your leaders that are over you, I mean, that's your business. And how they deal with you is how they deal with you. But as for us in our house, our power is Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the Lord's portion, the chosen people. So that remnant, that elect, that 144,000 and the rest of the righteous 1/3 are diligently spending this time of liberty and grace right now to come back to their power, because the judgment that's about to come on 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be horrific, and like we said earlier, worse than any other time in history. And we
I'm not in
definitely
that
don't want
2/3.
that smoke.
I'm in the 1/3.
No,
Yes, I am too, bro.
no,
Yes, I am.
no.
It don't matter if I'm white, bro.
No.
It doesn't matter about the skin color. It matters about the spirit.
It's not about you saying you
I
want
told you I
Jesus
got
Christ.
soul.
Let me ask you.
Jesus
You
Christ,
have
ain't it?
you have a soul, but it's not the soul.
Right.
Shoot stop. Shoot stop. Tag on your arm. That's what the SS meant. Shoot
That
stop.
This right there is murder vote, man. That ain't
protection
That ain't
squad.
German. That ain't German. That ain't Nazi. Those
know
are
what
murder
that
vote.
means. That's not.
I killed a man, bro. I didn't mean to. He attacked
The
me.
Nazis coming in too.
I just hit him once and he hit his head on the curb. And
Let me ask you a question. Give me Revelation 13, verses 9 through 10.
I can spit that shit out to you,
I
bro.
want to ask you, what do you read it out?
I can recite it.
This is Revelations 13, verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Now, you saying that you're a part of that 1/3 number. What
I
do you
got
think
crushed
the
cigarettes for
recompense?
$5 each.
Ah, fuck it. What do you?
I got crushed cigarettes $5 each.
Talk about like a
Yeah.
gun and get up.
Get out of here.
Hey, get out of here, Billy Joe.
Can I say one thing? It's Billy Jack.
Hey, this.
You Billy Joe. Get on up out of here.
Go up the street, piano man.
I thought we were down.
Hey, we ain't down no more, man.
Why?
We're down for white people going into slavery.
That's it, man. And read it. We gonna read that.
Redemption is the price that Jesus paid to free the slave.
Jesus-
I was a slave to
Jesus
sin,
hates
bro, but
white
not
people.
no more.
Jesus hates white people.
Jesus doesn't hate anybody, bro.
Jesus hates
We
white
can show you in the scripture he do.
Show me.
Yeah, you out your
You know
mind.
who Esau?
Show me.
Hey, you know who Esau
Jesus
is?
hates evil.
You know who Esau is?
Who?
Esau.
Yes.
Edomites. Who that is?
E-S-A-U. Esau. What do you want to know about it?
Who is that today?
I don't know who it is today.
You that one? You that one that?
Damn, y'all making me nervous, bro.
Before we get into it, brother.
Please don't kill me.
I got the Romans.
That's gonna happen.
This Romans 9
I can recite that too, bro.
and 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. You just said the Lord don't.
Hey, Jacob at Romans 9, as it says, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And when you go into the Apocrypha, it says that Esau was passed over for Jacob. And when you go into Malachi, we'll just let the scriptures speak.
This is Ecclesiastes
4:16.
Yeah, I got it. This is Ecclesiastes 4:16. There is no end of all the people, even all that have been before them.
So you can't say, oh, them people ain't around.
White dude got an ankle monitor on. Look out, white boy. Hey.
Come on, man.
You got a cell phone?
Come on.
Man, I'll call him over. It's just more demons piling up.
Hey, go up the street.
Bro,
Send that shit.
nah, I ain't gonna touch this shit. I might get the
Get monkeypox.
This is Ecclesiastes 4:16. It says, there is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them.
Yeah, so there's no end of all the people, man. Edomites, Esau, he's still around.
Watch this. I'll prove what I'm talking about. Look out, sir.
Oh, man, hey, man, I want to see
No, he's trying to make spectacles.
Yeah, Red Dawn, Red
White
Redemption,
people don't fuck with
Red Dawn Redemption. Is
White people
Red
fucking
Day Redemption.
serious. Watch this.
So rap 14 and 17. All flesh waxing old as a garment, for the covenant from the beginning is thou shalt die to death. As green leaves on a thick tree, some fall and some grow. So is the generation of flesh and blood. One coming to an end and another is born.
Hey, this is reincarnation. One generation dies off, and then they come back. They come back 3 to 4 generations down the line. As it says, after death, then shall the judgment come. That's right. And you go up to the spirit world and have your season of peace, and you come back down. You receive the judgment of your previous incarnation. No, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
Don't even worry about it. God damn.
I agree with all of it. Like I say, flesh, it says that so is the generation of flesh and blood. So every man on this earth has what? Flesh and blood in him. So it's a clear cut to say that one leave and one go. But if your generation started coming, then your generation or your genes are you. That means if one of you come and you make a son, then you come back to the 3rd or 4th generation, going to Exodus 34.
If I say you was back then.
You back here now.
You had a plantation. You had slaves.
I'm a grandfather,
Right.
bro.
You have your
You're
foreparents,
your
man.
grandfather.
You're your grandfather.
Not my grandfather.
So you could have very well have been that guy on
My
the
grandfather was a
plantation
good man, but
owning
my
it.
great. It's good for him.
Yeah, he's talking about the
Can
fifth
I say
one.
just one thing?
More likely that was you, man. That was you back in the day.
I listen to y'all.
Go ahead, say it. Say it. If the elder says something.
Look at
Can he
it.
say it?
Will you please look at Ecclesiastes? I think it's 1:9.
Get it.
Yeah, I'm going to get it.
Let's see what he's going to say.
I know what it says. 1 to 8. Yeah.
No,
You
that's
cut
y'all.
yourself with that. You cut your own self with that, bro.
I got it.
This is Ecclesiastes. What do you say? 1 and 9. 1 and 9. My bad. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be. Which we say.
That's the wrong one.
That's
That's
not
the right
the
one.
That's the spirit.
Hey,
Bear witness.
get 6 and 10.
6 and 10.
Could have always said that.
I got it. This is Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Shoot.
Man been here before. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun, man.
Listen.
All right?
All right, let me take another step. Y'all know anything about Job?
Of course we do.
All right, Job. Like today, y'all ever heard of a preacher named Tony Evans? He preaches at First Baptist. I go to his church.
Come on.
I know you do. Get out of here. You don't go to that man church. You don't go to church.
Yes, I do.
Hey,
I'm from Texas.
you high?
I don't get high, but that's bad.
You see that?
I drink body armor like you.
What you got between your fingers? Shoot, stop.
Black.
That's bad.
It's a
Guess you said the wrong thing again, huh?
it's a wood tip black and tan sweet. Ain't that way y'all smoke?
You don't smoke anything.
Nothing.
Well, I'm still a sinner.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of all time, which was before us.
And so ultimately, what does that mean? There are no new people under the sun. You've been here before. You've been here in a past life. You've been here, and you're back here today. If it's your lot to be here today during the judgment of Jacob's trouble. So these Edomites that were owning plantations in the past, that were ruling over Jake in slavery, are back here today. They're back here today walking the earth to receive that judgment. As the brother brought out in Revelation chapter 13. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's ultimately in the kingdom of heaven. But right now, the judgments are coming where you Edomites are going to start getting cut off. You start getting cut off by all these different plagues and these different plagues of Jacob's trouble. And the 2/3 are going to be a part of that judgment as well.
You look like you're born from white man's burden and shit. You just walk around like walk around like that. You walk around just like that motherfucker.
No underwear, scalp.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, Jake freaked the fuck out. Not Jake. He freaked out, bro.
I say we'll just get back to regularly scheduled programming. Before we had that quick detour, we're gonna get back into it. As this camp started off with it, we're talking about the fame of the word coming, 2/3 of the nation of Israel not taking heed to the word, and then that judgment coming and taking you off in mass numbers. These are the times we're quickly coming into. That's Zechariah 13, and we jumped out to Ezekiel 9 and 4.
This is Zechariah 13 and 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. It says, but the third shall be left therein.
2 parts. And you can clearly see the fame of the words almost here. You can barely say anything without some bus with a bunch of goons playing music passing by, some bug outs talking about weirdo shit happens, of car alarms, you name it.
It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
2/3 of the nation of Israel getting cut off for their wickedness, but that 1/3 being brought forth through the fire, 144,000, and the rest of the righteous 1/3. And that refining process is beginning right now. You're seeing it. And what did it say at the end? And they shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. We're calling upon the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai right now. And he's hearing us, as we can clearly see. The elect are waking up from the words of the prophets. We're changing our lives for Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
It's words on it. The word is spreading around.
Look
It's
at
chaotic out here, bro. Can't even. The Lord give us the utterance. If the Lord give us the utterance of the speech, and then He calls it distraction, that's the Lord calls it a distraction too, man. You see? We can't say it's only you gotta give all that to the Lord. The Lord distracting us, man. Well, you know, in a way, so they're not look. See? It's just we're getting drowned out.
Second Esdras 9 will start at verse 9. Hey, the brother made a beautiful point. All these distractions that are coming is ultimately through the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai to go back to bringing about this fame of the word. The word is literally getting drowned out on the block. Whenever we try to say something happens, and brothers lose their train of thought, and it's just, that's where it's at. And then, like we were saying earlier, all these different bills and legislations are getting passed to take the word off the internet. So we were literally at the door of the famine of the word. So, to you sincere brothers and sisters out there, you should be spending this time of liberty, which is quickly disappearing, to get as much to drink from these rivers of living waters as much as you can, because that spigot's about to get turned off. But as for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, 2/3 that were born and slated for destruction, that are going to get cut off in the land. This is It's going to speak for itself in 2 Ezra chapter 9.
In 2 Ezra chapter 9 and 9. Then shall there be a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
And they shall be in pitiful case. And you can just look at these jakes walking around on the street. They're already in a pitiful case. Our people are fucking losers. It's as simple as that. They're losers, and it's disgusting to look at you. You are a disgrace to your power. You were supposed to be the perfection of beauty. But as it says in Lamentations, you become a proverb and a byword that these heathen nations walk by and scoff at. You're in a pitiful case right now, and how much more during Jacob's trouble when these torments start falling upon you.
It says, they that know it not the law are cursed, man.
Because if you don't know the law, you're not going to follow it. So you curse.
You cursed.
And you've abused the ways by abusing not only abusing the word, but abusing his men. Coming up and scoffing, talking shit, going on the internet and putting comments. And if you could, like you did to the prophets in the past, you would try to put us to death. But this is a whole different ball game now, Jack.
So we slated to get, the mass majority of the Lord's prophets are slated to get saved. So the Lord not going to let you destroy us on this side. You know, like you're not going to, you put your hands on the prophets of old, I was able to do it, but this time around the Lord like, I'm coming to get him this time, man.
Hey, the two-thirds in the past.
I'm pull that out too.
Hey, the two-thirds in the past, even though they got judged and went to different captivities, they ultimately got to live it up in their wickedness. While the men of the Lord were striving to follow after our power and raise up our nation. But now it's time for you two-thirds to get the completion of that wickedness you built up over the past captivities, and for the elect, especially the men of the Lord, to build up that salvation they've been working towards in the past captivities and incarnations. God, we're right down to verse 12.
It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood it not, but despised it.
That's what we're seeing right now, that place of repentance being open unto you for a very short time. Hey, Albert Bivens was out back in the 60s. Then it went to our apostle and elders, apostles and teachers, unto our apostles and elders, all the way up until us, preaching this word for damn near 50 years. So, and especially, there you go.
It's ongoing now.
Yeah, it's ongoing. You know what? I love every second of it. I can't wait for the fame of the word to hit. I can't wait for you Jakes to receive that judgment, be able to see it.
You're trying to find scriptures, huh?
If you don't mind me saying, that just
You can't find that.
With the Lord allowing all this noise to be made, he basically saying that the people are slated for what, man? For destruction, man. Because he don't want these people to hear his message. So if he don't want you to hear his message, he's not giving you no opportunity, man, to come out of your wickedness.
Yeah.
But most of you gonna stay within it anyway.
Hey, you understood, as it said at the end of verse 11, you understood it not, but despised it. And it's going to be that way until the fame of the word hits. And then you're going to be those fair virgins and young men fainting for thirst, trying to find the word, but you won't be able to. You're going to be running around like chickens, like fried chickens with your heads cut off, taking whatever is coming your way.
I like fried chicken, bro.
I bet you do. Verse 12.
It says, and the same must know it after death by pain.
How you like the steak?
Medium rare.
I think that's strike number 3. It's the
Third strike.
I gotta call my way up to the top of the food chain to eat grass, bro.
You work your way to the top of the food chain to be a top servant in the kingdom. You help yourself all the way up there, man. Good job. Keep up the bad work. In your case, the good work. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh. We know it is.
Ain't no fooling.
You from Levitt? Buffalo? Midland? Where you from? Fort Worth?
Murder words.
Murder.
What they call it?
Can't even literally knock no sense in it.
In the day, At the end of the day, you know, you can puff, you can get mad, you can try to
I'm not mad, bro.
twist scriptures, whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, people that's on this side are in the proper place right now to rule this coming world, man. This coming age, man.
We just found it.
No. Go ahead, let's roll. That's what you got. Break it down.
Joshua 1:9 says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous.
Oh, ain't let him say this.
Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go."
Now wait, what was Joshua going to do when he got those words from the Most
He was
High?
going to fucking war.
Exactly. Who was he going to war against? Who was Israel going to war against?
Let him say it. Who's going to war?
Who were they going to war against? You
I can't remember.
can't remember that.
Well, how you know he was going to war then?
Because I don't know all of it. I
Man,
just
this
I
y'all phone?
know some of it.
You gotta get people back their phone, man. What you doing?
These people came down here to have a good time. Hey, y'all enjoy. Y'all go get a beer and have a
plays
good day.
rugby. He's got fucking balls like this. That's the only white person that fucking see the whole
He
time.
definitely eat him, Mike.
See that?
Man, that's my first time y'all
I'm
phone,
good.
man.
But to answer that, Joshua 1:9, Joshua and the nation of Israel were going into the land of Canaan, really the land of Israel, to kill off the heathen nations, to take the land. They were going to war. They were going to race war. Shoot stop them.
That's right. I just reached my hand for another.
You want to have his way with him.
Get to know it.
He want to get to
May
know
we
him.
inquire and get to know thee.
Oh, man. I'm all with a fucking bad bone. He won't get to know him, man. Shoot stop.
Watch, I'm gonna prove it again.
Oh, no, stop. We that shit be good. We believe it.
Notice he keeps stopping eating him, man. I'm going to do that long. Ezekiel 9. I got it. It's Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4.
Hey, and as we just brought out, 2nd Ezra chapter 9, you're going to be in a critical case and know that death by his name.
You know this word, huh? Oh, what's up?
Yeah, your people in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So your people in Chicago, right?
Come on up here. I was on the phone with him, man.
I got a younger cousin
Yeah.
I got a younger cousin that I kind of raised. And this is what he used to be an actor. Just stop acting and start preaching. And my people didn't understand why. I've been in class for last 2 months. I lived in Atlanta. I studied with Malachi York. My father's albums open. So I've always known he learned a lot from my pops. Y'all, when I walked up, I saw y'all. I called him like, hey, his name is. Told me to tell y'all. Shalom. Yap.
I know him.
TJ, his mother cousin. Yeah. So I called him like, man, your people's over here preaching the word, man.
Yeah.
Love it. Good to hear. Good to see it.
And the beautiful thing about it, you got young men in every state doing this. We just had a camp in Japan, brother in Japan doing the same thing. This is you know a phenomenon. What do you say?
Worldwide phenomenon.
The world now, it's out of the blue, man. We got brothers in Germany, London,
Iraq now.
Iraq,
And
Hey,
everywhere.
listen.
all throughout Africa.
Man, don't tell me he got you to come over here and read.
Nah, man.
Don't
Nah,
do
hey,
that.
come over here, folks.
This is ridiculous.
What's he want him to do?
He
playing
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm telling you.
Wait, what y'all tell him for him to come
told
to?
him
Damn
to
thing.
leave.
That's a damn thing.
Y'all told him we was chosen?
No, we told him to get away from us.
We told
We
him.
chosen. Yeah, y'all told him.
Yeah, he doing his own
Y'all
thing.
told him we was the
When
real
you wanna-
Israelites.
Yeah, he doing his own thing.
Y'all told him we was the Jews.
I was saying the people know the Bible.
Have
right?
y'all
Y'all
ever
told him
heard?
Jesus was the same color as us. That's what y'all told him.
Have y'all ever heard of that white
Y'all want to
woman?
leave.
There you go.
There you go.
They finna read 90
Y'all came from us. We ain't gonna read nothing. You came from us. I can't help. I gotta help them. I'm with them. He's my brother.
Right.
He ain't got us to waste stuff.
Yeah,
God. I love you because God loves you, but these my brothers right here.
He don't even do
I
that.
can't
He
read
didn't
you.
fuck it up.
Hey, that cheese throat, that cheese throat.
Touch y'all wrong.
Man.
No, they told y'all wrong. They told y'all we was the animals, but it's false. I can't tell them the truth.
Listen to that car.
They got the wrong sister, y'all.
Somebody get on the truth.
I know the truth.
He off. He was. The Lord ain't let nobody help him. He all
Yeah.
It's like that scene in RoboCop when they had M209 and the robot was about to shoot, and that Edomite was trying to. Everybody was pushing him back.
Drowning, you know, niggas drowning, they be reaching for everything. Yeah. Trying to pull everybody now.
Why the sister, bro?
See, the white people won't fuck with.
Cause they know we was here first. That's why they ain't coming to you.
Hey, man.
They
Can't
see
get
the
no
light
help.
now.
You can't get no help, literally.
Yosemite
They
said.
don't want to be coming.
Can't get no help. Yosemite said.
Look at him. Look at his attire. No, just look at his attire. Look at his boots, sir. Oh, you know they ain't gonna talk to you. You know they ain't talking to you at all. They probably try to drag you on this thing. Look at it.
Slim ready to put you in the dirt.
Look.
The polo cap.
Man. Oh yeah. Just go ahead.
Just keep that spray that way.
Come on, man. Just go up the block, man.
He gonna ask them for that phone. He gonna come back without his boots, his shirt, everything. Gonna come back.
And it took me forever. He's gonna come back like this. He's gonna come back butt naked, just with the boots on, holding his shirt like this. Running up the street.
What is wrong with him? He pissing me off.
What those dudes saying? We trying to jack.
I ain't even say nothing. They kept going.
Yeah, he said we ain't trying to.
He said we don't do that jagging shit.
Yeah.
Hey, as we just saw, even though our people are bugged out, Esau can't find help anywhere. And it says that in Isaiah chapter 13, he shall be as the chase road. The Edomites are going to be hunted in that day. Yeah.
No man take it up, man. That's gonna be physical too, man. All right? Hey, Yosemite Sam. Man, he trying to bullshit you, man.
Hey, bro, you been digging in his ass too.
He's not wearing any
Bro,
drawers.
got no drawers on. No drawers. You don't not to trust them fucking people, man. He's digging in his ass. It ain't his shit.
Again, as we can see, we're coming in. 18 started verse 10, but we're going to get that Isaiah 13 first. Hey,
Now we coming in. That's right, brother. This shit, man. And you going bad to worse on this bitch, bro.
That's the black gumby.
There ain't nothing over here. Keep going, playboy. Man, that shit is ridiculous, man.
You got a diet old English.
You definitely gonna get herpes soon as you just get
These are my grandmother's pearls. I'll give them to you.
Right,
We
I
don't
got it,
want
bro.
no pearls. That got curses on it. She did voodoo over them.
Well, she is.
Oh, she is? She on the left hand side.
She's not in heaven, but she's in waiting.
Yeah, you're right. She is at rest right now. She is
That's
at
right,
rest.
for real.
She, but now, but not for long.
And she's with those 5 brothers in Luke 16 saying, can you send somebody down to tell my people that those are the Israelites, stop oppressing them. But it's too late. But hey, as we can see, Esau trying to find help and a way out here. But
Man, this that Canal Street fruit, bro. Get all this Canal Street fruit, man. Look at this shit, man. This shit is nuts, man.
Ain't got nobody.
Nobody.
This guy got a belly. He's nothing but belly button.
Yeah, he's just a belly.
And the abs, nothing.
He just stopped right here.
That ain't the life you live, man.
I'm gonna just stop. I'm about to draw the line on you, literally.
All you can remember is the days that come on.
That car is gone.
you may not be born with the corn, huh?
Wake up, think you get that morning wood. He ain't gonna
Oh, the real. Well, boy, you wake up, you're in that car next time.
Never real.
It's
I had that shit for a long time.
It's true, boy.
Mad the motherfucker.
For real.
That's all you hear in my room. Fuck it. Finish. Man, you gotta kill yourself like that, man. I'd have been a guy. I'd been escorted to the top of that bitch and rolled off that motherfucker. No seatbelt or nothing. Just roll on it.
Ain't no seatbelt.
Get on the Gino, roll around that bitch, bro. They ain't like to live, bro.
For real, bro. Jake fighting to die like he living to die like.
Yeah, he through.
Let him go.
When the times will come, he he's a dead man.
You're dead, man. Hey, can't do
Can't do shit.
Finish.
Trying to give it pearls.
Nobody wants that shit.
And they shall, as it says in Job, they shall seek to please the poor. We want the 30.
Nobody wants that shit, man.
Why they want to die?
They got that new pop, man. That new monkey shit, man.
Fucking white people are scared.
Yeah, that nigga half a
You
man.
should be. You should be scared. All the shit that you so-called white people done on the planet Earth, you should be scared, man.
Will you help me, sir? Will you read a Bible verse for me?
Hell no.
Don't do it. Look out, brother.
Somebody gonna punch his lights out.
I don't care. It don't hurt. I
Hey, he said, he said, so-called white people scared. You got a reason to be scared, man. All the dirt, all the crimes of the earth that you done, you motherfucking right. You should be scared, man. All right? That's why I said before. You run around here proud as hell. You should be glad that these so-called Negroes that you made around here putting up signs talking about we should overcome and not wringing your fucking neck, man. He said he's not scared. You gonna be scared, man.
It ain't happening.
See, he gonna be tossed to and fro and
He gonna eat them words.
amongst plantations. He a good old white boy, though, man. You know? We're gonna have fun with you, man. I'm gonna Google the shit out of his back.
See that black girl? She got bolts in her ear.
Yeah, she just like you.
He good.
She just like you. She with you. Man, go do that shit somewhere else, man.
This is
But
how
as,
You gonna catch me in the front of them cars out there, man.
as we can clearly see, this is the beginning stages of Esau demons at Chase Road. He's trying to find help.
Oh my Lord. Oh Lord. Oh, that's death. Ain't no death.
That's Edom. That's how Edom gonna be.
Ain't no death.
All white people are scared.
Oh, that's death.
Oh,
Lord, cool.
He literally just had skin over his buckle.
That's crazy.
That's how Edom gonna look in the kingdom, man. I'm gonna push it hard. Like he ready to wrestle an angel. You see how rough that bitch is? She ready to wrestle an angel. I look at that whole face like, hey, I said, oh, I was ripping her up. She ready to wrestle an angel. Your name no more Keisha. Shit. That Canal Street through, man. This shit.
What are you doing?
I was mixing.
Why are you mixing, bro?
Man, that ain't what you think it is, man.
That's rack, man. Ain't no kind of rack.
Man, you trying to smoke something. Roll up, do that thing. That's what happened. That's what happened when you kill somebody. That's what you about to do. That person was scared off and trying to kill.
That's what happens when you eat people.
I'm gonna give you one more shot. And I'm gonna be fucking out.
He gonna get a lot.
Oh, God damn.
You won't get killed.
You gotta put drugs on first, man.
Damn, get that.
She looked like a real
That's that chrome dome.
Damn, the Lord sending us some stuff on.
Got that San Francisco, man.
This is Isaiah 13, starting at
Watch that, boy. Watch that, boy.
13. Yeah, it's started at 13. No, 14. This is Isaiah 13 and 14.
Get his shirt. Get it. Get it.
corn fat.
Oh, the Lord, come on. We can't get right in the paper.
You like eating corn?
Not really. I just picked this up at the airport.
Well, you picked the corn up in the airport and flew with it, huh?
No!
This is Isaiah
With the corn.
Isaiah 13 and 14. It says,
Actually started with 14.
this is Isaiah
Hey,
13.
again, as we can see, Esau trying to find help, but we've seen a small example of him being the chase roan that day, because race wars are coming. And while everybody's going to be fighting each other, the one thing they're going to have in common is coming after you Edomites. And we can already see that vibration going all throughout the earth. People are waking up to the fact that you so-called white people were the ones that stole their lands and oppressed their people.
Watch out, man. Watch out.
Stole their lands, oppressed their people. Go ahead, and just continue to do so today.
This is Isaiah 13.
As it says in Obadiah, I made thee small among the nations, the heathens, thou art greatly despised. And that's a man that's greatly despised. Jake don't want to talk to him. The other nations don't want to talk to him. Even his own people don't want to talk to him.
The sun don't even like it.
Yeah.
The sun burns.
This is Isaiah 13 and 13. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. It says, and it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
And it shall be as the chased roe, a sheep, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. You Edomites are going to be as a chased roe in that day, that no man's going to take it up. You're going to be out here pretty much on your own. When people, you're going to have to turn to the other Edomites. And while these other nations are going to be fighting each other, again, the one thing they're going to have in common is coming after you Edomites. And that's just the beginning of torments. You've got the race wars plus these other claims of Jacob's trouble, and ultimately being slaves for 1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven.
And the nations are mad, right? So what you think God can make God credit to do to you?
And those are other Edomites.
And they Edomites, but still, they don't even know. Your own nation is angry with you, right? Your own nation, hold that, we're going to get Habakkuk 2, verse 5 real quick.
And we're about to read right now why the nations are mad at you Edomites.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarging his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap it unto him all people.
And he's a proud man and neither keepeth at home. Well, what's the MO of these Edomites? Going to these other nations and colonizing them. That's what happened with the whole Renaissance. You went to the four corners of the earth, colonizing people, enslaving them, and stealing their resources. And then after you left their countries, what did you do? You took certain groups and divided them. That divide and conquer tactic, so they would be broken nation states all the way up until this very day. And ultimately, as it says, you want to gather unto yourselves all nations and keep it unto you all people. What does that sound like? That MW0, because we can't say the word anymore. Having one nation, having one currency, one religion, and one system. The scriptures that you Edomites like to love. And because of that, the heathen nation, beginning with their apostle elders, sending out that vibration, the so-called white people being the Edomites and the wicked that the Bible speaks of. You're seeing the world start to catch up to it. You're seeing you Edomites as the main culprit behind all the problems going on the planet right now.
It says, shall not all these things take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
One term I always hear that these other nations talk about you Edomites is calling you colonizers. When you have a colony, what do? You take something that's not yours. You go into another nation, set up your laws and your governance, and take their resources and have those people be second-class citizens in their own country. And you Edomites can't say, oh, we didn't do that. Look at this fucking country. Look at this fucking landmass. Who did you take it from? The so-called Native Americans. And now they're a small number on a reservation somewhere. talk to you. Kind of keep going on.
It says, how long? And to him that laid it himself with thick clay.
And when you go into that word claim, the Strong's, of course, it means pledges and debts. And what's America known as? A debtor nation. They've got their people in debt, and student loans, and housing loans, and then they put these other nations into debt. They go into their countries and they bomb them and destroy them first. They bring in American companies to build back up the infrastructure. And since their currency isn't as strong as the U.S. currency, they can't pay it back. So they're in debt. And what do? Sell off assets to their country, to these these heathen nations sell off assets in their country to these Edomites. IMF, the Federal Reserve, God.
These are the real gangsters of the planet Earth. You know? Spearheaded by the so-called 1948ers, man.
Amalek.
Yeah. I do mean it.
Your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, you name it. DuPonts, Gettys, the Oppenheimers, the Warbirds. Keep going up.
It says, because thou hast spoiled many. So like,
Skip verse 7.
it said, this verse 7, it said, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booty unto them.
And on a low level, them rising up suddenly to bite you being as a chase rowing that day during those race wars, these heathen nations coming after you. And then on a bigger level, they're going to bite thee and spoil you when they shoot their nuclear missiles onto you. 200 million alone on the United States of America. And we can see that these smaller nations, smaller heathen nations are raising up to eventually shoot nuclear missiles onto this place. North Korea is talking big shit, and Iran has the capabilities to build nuclear capable weapons within a year. And everything's getting geared towards this final hoorah for Esau Edom's rulership. And then after that, after the dust settles, it's going to be nothing good afterwards. It's going to be 1,000 years of hardcore bondage and slavery. Keep going on.
It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of man's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of that dwell therein.
Hey.
Look at the police cross the street. Let's appear the police.
It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein.
What does it say in Numbers 35 and 33? The land cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him that shed it. And you Edomites have a track record all across the planet of shedding blood in mass numbers. You had 2 world wars where hundreds of millions of people were killed off. And then what do you have? The Iraq War, the Afghanistan War, the Syrian Civil War, the Vietnam War, and any major conflict over the past 500 years. 500 years, you Edomites have your fingerprints all over it. So you've got a blood debt that you won't be able to pay back. The only way you're going to pay it back is after you're finally taken off this planet with fire after that first 1,000 years in the kingdom of heaven. And as it says, the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, beginning with the remnant of Israel, the 144,000 and the rest of the righteous 1/3. That those first fruits in the kingdom get first dibs on it. And then those heathen nations that survived this nuclear strike to be slaves in the kingdom, even though they're going to be subservient to us, any chance they get to sneak around the corner and get their hands on you Edomites in captivity, they're going to do it. That's it. Jump to that Job.
This Job chapter 18, verse 10. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way.
Hey, everything you Edomites set up, you set up to lead it unto your own perdition, own destruction. You came back into power, you committed all this wickedness, you put the nation of Israel in slavery, which is the only thing that's bad enough. And then what did the Most High do? Put the spirit on you to make these nuclear weapons, not to defend yourselves, but to eventually shoot them at each other and take out your rulership.
Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet.
Terror shall make him afraid on every side. And in that day, you're going to look to the left and see terrors. You're going to look to the right and see terrors. You really are going to be that's coming your way. Not only during Jacob's trouble, but ultimately the kingdom of heaven. And we're seeing terrorists. And we're seeing terrorists. And we're seeing terrorists coming at you from every side right now. Your economy's globally on the verge of collapse. Your birth rates are declining. The majority, a lot of your people are addicted to drugs out here, dying in mass numbers. It's just not looking good for you. And as the elder brother always likes to say, you know a nation is going down when their own women are starting to deal with those that are in captivity. And what do you see? You see the so-called white women not only dealing with the Israelites, but you see them dealing with the so-called the Moabites and the so-called Chinese, the Elamites, the so-called East Indians, all these other heathen nations. It's gotten so bad for Esau out here that they've had to create the MGTOW movement to go against feminism because the women are just completely out of order. Don't want to listen to them. That's all part of the curses coming on them too.
Yeah. Real quick. We also hear about Edomites now being on child support. All those other curses. I heard about so many Edomites being on child support now. It's not even fucking funny, man. You know? What I said, different various diseases now, skin disease. The curses are transitioning to you, man. By that blood piece.
Another one having an evil eye towards their brothers. No Edomite out here wanted to help him out. And you're seeing a divide in this country. The Egyptians getting set against the Egyptians. I recently read an article saying that in pretty much from Democrats, Republicans to independents, there's a high percentage that say they want to break off from the union. So there's that division there. There will be a civil war in this country.
Oh, part of them bitches. I mean, like, it's 1,000 miles for real.
It's the man.
I walk 1,000 miles if I
Them bitches stink.
It says, his strength shall be, terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side.
And we're seeing his strength being hunger bitten. Just look at the United States military. Instead of having a strong force of men, what have they got? They got a bunch of trans in them, trans people in them now, who put women in positions of authority.
And that strength goes too. Because back in the day, you white boys was about stuff. You had all nations, including the nation of Israel, in fear. Now when you say you want to do some shit, you don't do a motherfucking thing. If that, they don't know Trump in office, they don't take this motherfucker down. You ain't get more in office, you ain't do shit.
Yeah,
you went storm the fucking Capitol. Fat white boys jumped on the ladders, jumped on the wall and shit, but you ain't do nothing, man. You ain't do nothing, man. Let's just been 1836. Hey, you might have done some shit. Some shit might have got burned down. Niggas might have got hung, all type of shit. But now, that strength goes, man. You ain't the same crooked Edomite you is. Now I say this. The ones that kept that strength is the Germans, man. The Russians over there. That mean like, Super Bowl with it, man. Yeah, that motherfucker's hard. We the mics over here in America, you motherfuckers gonna water down. You talk no shit, you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing, man. Like the one on the drawing board, y'all motherfuckers this. Y'all ain't gonna, you ain't start getting niggas in, man. If I ain't done nothing, you ain't done a goddamn thing yet, man. What the fuck are you? What's up, Esau? I want you to show us that you about what you say you about, man. Kick the shit off. Go find you. Hey, they got a whole concert right now called Rolling Loud, man. Go in there and just all the babies, little baby, that baby, uncle baby, go in there and just handle them niggas stuff, man. Calm down. You got the power. We don't have no power, right? It's like another thing. How can a so-called Negro be racist? You racist, but you don't. man. Sometimes that shit is unbearable. The noise, it's fucking demons and shit. It's different, man.
Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
That nigga's a curse, a walking curse. You way down there bad for the previous scripture. Look.
He got to set up his post in his head. He got to let altar in the midst of Egypt.
Jacob,
That's his altar in the midst of Egypt. And when he worship.
this shit ridiculous.
Man, put your shoes on your feet, stank. Man, no, you need to. You want me to read more, Job? Job, back in Job 18 and 13. 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side.
You can see Esau's militaries, especially in America and Western Europe, are starting to become a joke. Hey, a lot of the weapon systems they have right now are old and outdated. You've got helicopters constantly crashing when they do drills. You've got Marines getting cooked alive in their amphibian assault vehicles. Shit's just going south for Esau. I was reading an article a while ago.
Buildings. There are more buildings in America than anything. We had one down here, the one in Miami. What is going on?
Get him. Right here. He's sick this morning, man. Get him, brother. Get him. Right up on him. Get him.
All white people are a bunch of scary ass bitches. That means you, Red.
Oh, Lord. What's get his ass.
We got nothing to do with him. We got nothing to do with him.
This shit, it's a freak show, bro.
Man got a bulletproof vest on. Man got a bulletproof vest on with
Nigga
a
running around here like it's Cold War, man. Cold War right there.
yeah, real talk. Yeah, he look like Tony. That's his skin, yeah. He put a skin on. Running around with that picture. That boy like he on Call of Duty. Oh, the Lord through with these people. Huh? The Lord through with them. Ain't nobody on the line, nothing like it. The Lord through with these people.
About that time, man.
Yeah. The Lord through with them, man.
As soon as you said that.
Oh, man. John 16:3. John 16:3.
Get out of here. 3:16. Hey, we're going to finish up with that. We'll go down to the bottom, man. That's showtime. But hey, the strength is hunger bitten. As we can see,
John 16:3 says they will do these things because they do not know.
it says, it shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength.
And the firstborn of death is speaking of Yahushua. Speaking of Yahushua, it says in Isaiah chapter 63, who is this with died dormant from Basra? Who is this that coming from Edom with died dormant from Basra?
Remember the plague of Egypt, where all the firstborn sons had to get killed? Likewise, man. Yeah, of all the men in Pharaoh in Egypt, man. And who was
anything. As this elder brother just said, what happened during the election? You had some Edomite on CNN saying, hey, if Trump loses, hey, we're going to get the bus and take this country back. And it's July 24th, and we haven't seen a goddamn thing. We haven't heard nothing but a peep from Trump. Yeah. A half a year, another. A half a year, nothing. And as his brother said, you got Edomites on the comment board saying, well, y'all haven't done anything yet, I'm going to do this. You haven't done anything yet. All you do is talk shit and be a damn troll on the internet. You know what? When you go to start busting those guns, Sleepy Joe comes at you, they're going to send those real killers at you. Those real killers that are ready to get the busted.
Edom know all about it. That's why they ain't this shit yet. It says, it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation.
And fire and brimstone, those 200 million nuclear missiles hit the United States of America, turning it into that desolate, uninhabitable wasteland. And also it says in Revelation that a third of men, a third of the trees are going to get hit with that fire. Everywhere you Edomites dwell is going to get a taste of that fire and brimstone. It's just the United States of America that's going to feed you.
His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above his branch shall be cut off.
Wind blow.
I know. Keep going. I keep going like a wall. Like a cemetery. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings.
Hey, his remembrance is going to perish. As he says, is this the man? Have thou become as weak as us? Is this the man that turned the earth into a wilderness? When you Edomites are in slavery, these other nations are going to look at you like that. They're going to see you in the low base state you always meant to be in. And they won't believe it that you used to be this man that controlled the planet.
It says,
And when it says neither son nor nephew, that's specifically mentioning the males, because after that 1,000 years, your lineage is going to get cut off.
it says, they that come after him shall be astounded at his day, as they that went before were afraid.
They that came after him shall be astonished at his day, because they're going to see you in that lowest state. As it says, they that came after him shall be astonished at his day. Those seeing you in that lowest state, the kingdom, are going to be astonished, because it'll be hard for them to believe that you used to rule the planet.
Yeah. I see you was looking.
It says that. She can come next week.
Surely,
And it said, and as they that came after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before him were affrighted. When you were in the power seat, people were scared of you. They never thought you would have went down, and that's why all these nations were scared of, especially the United States of America. After you dropped those 2 atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, if you're a carnal person, you would think, how can somebody like this ever be defeated and go down? We're in the process of it right now.
lion said people stole his bite. Surely such are the dwellers of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not our power.
Hey, to be persecuted, go into slavery, and then have your whole lineage cut off, and you just be nothing more than a nightmare that the whole world finally woke up from. But with that, any brothers want to make any points? We're going to get out of here because there's nothing but smelly feet, neo-Nazis, musty women, cheap liquor, you name it. So with that, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to you sincere Hakim out there, pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. Thank you, brothers and sisters, to the end. Abba, Yasharala.